Let's take a look at all the improvements that Rockstar has introduced in the new Agents of Sabotage DLC updates. There's been a lot of little things that they improved, not as much as previous years, but it is pretty good nonetheless. So first, there is no dispatch missions that we could do. I think it's only 2 of them, which isn't really the best, but it is great to see them in GTA Online more. Hopefully, eventually, we could see a lot that Rockstar releases later down the line, but at least for now we do have some new interesting ones to get into. And then they also made so that you cannot access it during a CEO or MC, which is pretty good because it does kind of clear up the lobby, because sometimes when you get to public lobbies, it just has so many people that are CEOs or MCs and you can't sign up as one, and it's like you're just doing dispatch work, so you don't need to be signed up as that. So it's just overall little improvements like that. The biggest change that I think we got so far is the fact that Rockstar upgraded 50 total vehicles in GTA Online to have the Mighty Tech Missile Lock-on Jammer upgrade. Now, these vehicles, most of them are removed vehicles, or like ones that aren't, I guess, that big, or at least on the websites, but some of them are, some of them aren't. I think it's a great addition. I'm glad that Rockstar added it, and I hope to see it on a lot more vehicles, because I guess Rockstar has seen the community appreciate and like the fact that the missile lock-on jammer exists. It keeps you from getting locked on from people that are on the broomstick or on any plane that has missiles or anything like that. So it is pretty good. I do recommend taking a closer look at this list so you can choose what vehicles that you have or what ones do you want to include this upgrade on. Now, there's also an exclusive weapon for people on PS5 and Xbox Series X and S. That's going to be the L Strickler rifle. This one can be claimed right now for free for GTA Plus players, but if you don't have GTA Plus, then you are able to get it in January 2025. For the drift and drag races, Rockstar has increased the payouts for this one, the base payout, so it's going to be permanently increased, which is great because I think a lot of people do enjoy these races a lot, especially when it comes to drift ones. So if you want to get into that, go ahead. Rockstar also added 200 new clothing items for male and female, including a hairstyle for male and one for female as well. For all the police vehicles in the game, we now have some new siren options. So there's gonna be 3 modes instead of the usual. Before, how it was is that if you turn on the sirens, you can turn it on and you just turn it off. So there's 2 options. But now you have 3 options, which is gonna be you can turn it on, you can make sure that the lights are on but no siren noise, and then you can turn it off. So a little improvement there, but it is pretty cool, and it is kind of realistic to real life. So a little thing, especially if you are into the role play that is in this game. Other improvement is that now when you're launching certain missions, such as like the Project Overthrow or like the first dose, whatever, you'll be able to get 1 body of armor based on the highest quality unlock. So if you have all of them unlocked, you get the heavy duty armor, and if you're the lowest, then you already know. So overall, pretty nice little improvement there just to help out when it comes to the missions. Another change is to the website. So basically when you are looking at different properties, for example, Maze Bank foreclosures, instead of actually like clicking the specific property and seeing all of the property locations for that specific business, you instead have to click on the certain businesses to kind of remove them from the map. So just like a slight little change there, which can be useful to some. Rockstar also bring back a bunch of vehicles that they removed last year with, I think it was the San Andreas Mercenaries up there or something like that. They didn't bring all of them back, but a lot of them are. And hopefully we see a lot more return in the future. Rockstar also included some updates to the nightclub. So for that passed out mission, it basically just increases more or has this higher spawn rates. They also added some alerts just to help you out when it comes to the career progress, just to let you know that you can claim stuff. And they also made it so that there is a small update to the AI voice moderation. I think Rockstar just basically improved this, just make it a bit more accurate so that getting people banned or in trouble for how they're talking on voice chat. But overall, if you don't want to get in trouble for voice chat, just don't talk on GTA. Use Discord or the PS party or whatever you're on, and just don't even risk doing like that, because sometimes the AI is just so completely wrong to the point where it's just like it really could get you banned just for saying something correct or whatever. A little GTA Plus update is that now for those members, you can actually claim any of those stored vehicles for free via the Vinewood Club phone app. So this is kind of good because when you do get your vehicle restored, you usually have to pay like 20,000 for a pretty pricey vehicle, or 15,000, 5,000, whatever. It's not that much, but it does add up over time. So if you do have GTA Plus, now you can just get it for free pretty quickly. And then another addition is that now at the Vinewood Car Club Garage, GTA Plus players can actually get the HSW upgrades, Benny upgrades, drift tuning upgrades, and arena war headlights in one location instead of having to go to all of them. Another great and useful feature for those that have that membership. Now, drifting a bit more to the new content with the garment factory itself. First off, Rockstar has a sort of like subterranean fast travel that they added, which is definitely a unique name. When I saw this leak before the update release, it seemed to be a lot more interesting than what it is. But basically you have the ability to fast travel to certain places on the map. So there's a total of like 5 locations, which is Burton Station, Del Piero Station, the La Mesa Subway, the LSIA parking station, and the Tava Viam truck stop. So it is nice. First off, this reminded me of like Watch Dogs Legion when I first saw this, because like, you know how that is when you go to train stations, you could just fast travel. There's no actual train, whatever. But it is cool that you could transfer back to the garment factory as well from all those locations too. But I mean, I thought it was just going to be a bit more, you know, better with like all these different locations, or you could at least choose a location or somewhat like that. But they could add more in the future, but it is something that could be useful to some, especially if you want to meet up with your friend or just get to a certain location a lot more faster. So a little upgrade there. Definitely use it if you haven't already. It's located down here if you haven't seen it, because I'm not gonna lie, people probably haven't realized this at all, especially if you didn't know about it before the update released. They also added a lot of garage spots to the garment factory. If you didn't know, you can store your Terrorbyte here, as well as also 10 additional vehicles. There's also new career progress challenges that you could do, with the 4th tier being a new vehicle, which is the Firebolt ASP. Most people already know this, but Rockstar also added the upgrades to the Terrorbyte, which is going to be 4 additional things, which is the Master Control Terminal, which lets you control businesses from your Terrorbytes, the collectible scanner, which helps you find collectibles around you, the silent running module, which takes you off the map from players so they can't see where you are, and also, of course, pretty obvious, the missile lock on jammer. Something important that I think a lot of people should be using for sure is the new app on the phone, which is going to be the, you know, Dark Knight Bros Inc. lets you start the missions from there. You don't have to waste your time going all the way to the garment factory to start these missions. Just literally start it from your phone. Definitely use it. I know people are probably used to the regular format, but Rockstar has upgraded. We're in 2024 now, so let's get into it. Use it. Something pretty unique as well that I noticed was in the fine art file. When you steal the Tiki statue, which is from GTA Vice City, it actually makes the sound when you're grabbing a hidden package. So that's a nice little reference there. A lot of people were talking about that before the update release, thinking it was a GTA 6 teaser, which it basically is, because anything with Vice City basically is. So it is pretty nice. And then a little bit more stuff that's coming out pretty soon. That is going to be some new stunt races that actually has a Lunar New Year twist. So it's going to be, you know, Lunar New Year themed. There's also going to be some new drift races, some transform race tools, so little things that are coming out probably early next year. If you guys didn't really see, you guys got an email from Lester as well, pretty much just updating on him and Georgina. So they're still together, still going strong. It's pretty nice that Rockstar's doing that little Easter egg there as well. The heist challenge rewards are now available now, so if you haven't claimed them, definitely go ahead, because if you don't, then you will end up losing that opportunity. And of course, Rockstar also had the basic stuff, which is going to be pretty much having a bunch of bug fixes and issues that they release just on PC, PS4, PS5, all of that. You know, just older missions. So like, you know, casino heist stuff, bail enforcement stuff, clock and bell stuff, just a bunch of things. If you want to check out that, a link will be in the description. They also had a bunch of the updates and background updates that they released a few days ago, or a few days after the update, just to fix little issues here and there. So if you had any major issues with certain missions or whatever in the game, then just know that probably is fixed, and I recommend checking that out. But that is all for this video. Hope y'all did enjoy it. If you did, subscribe, put on post notifications. Don't forget to drop a like. We'll be having a lot more content, and already have a lot of content on the new DLC, so I do recommend checking that out. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.